relationship. Okay. I will no longer mess with him or what he had going on. He has some stuff in his bag. I just need to get out of my bag. Okay. My iPad, some clothes. I can stick it out, put it in my suitcase, brought his bag back. That's pretty much it. But we have a relationship, this, kind of thing going on right now. But yeah, exactly. But I brought his bag back. I took all of my belongings out. I would leave him alone. You don't have to worry about me. I have a flight coming up for myself. Like I said, I'm on the phone right now. I have all of my belongings, but you don't have to worry about me while I'm in the airport with him at all. I just have to get my belongings out. Do you have your ID on you? And boarding pass by chance? Yeah. Do you need my ID for what? If you don't mind me asking? Investigating a possible assault. Assault? Oh, Christian. I assaulted you. Listen, Chris, I assaulted you? Okay. I'm so sorry. I'm just making sure. It's not him that reported it. One of the TSA folks reported it. Oh, one of the TSA people, because I can definitely have evidence of him assaulting me if possible.
There's cameras everywhere.
Okay. But like I said, yes, I do. My name is Sha'Carri Richardson. I do have my ID. Okay. Yeah, but I will definitely leave him alone. There's nothing that I want to do with him anymore. Like I said, it was a relationship thing. I need to get my stuff out of his bag.
Are you guys on the same flight? Or?
We are later on in the day. Because our flight ended up getting delayed. We're supposed to be leaving around this time of day, but the flight got canceled, so the flight doesn't leave until 10 p.m.-ish. Okay. So yeah, if you don't mind, can I step over here so I can check my ID?
That's fine.
Awesome, thank you. Hi, Sissy. So you hear me, right? So this is the position that Christian told me to put me into, okay? Because he's a coward, and I don't want anything to do with him at this point going forward. My name is Sha'Carri Richardson. Have no problem with letting you know who I am. Haven't put my hands on him. We had an argument. I will be honest about that. An argument, and that's pretty much it. The argument, pretty much, he's a liar. He lied about a couple things that's personally, just in a relationship. I pretty much, officers can understand what a relationship is about, but he lied. He's a liar, and that was something that I kind of just grasped, and emotionally, I'm just like, bet you do your thing, but you're asking me for things that is within my possession, and for my right, I don't have to give it to you because it's in my possession. But when it comes to the point that I saw that he chose to make it more about the police and things of that nature, that showed that he made a choice. So I just want to be more professional and just come professionally.
The cops is trying to tell her ignorant ass that no, ma'am, TSA reported you. We got you on videotape assaulting this man. She should have been arrested and kept and held just for lying to the cops. They got you on videotape. If this was a man would have been locked up and he would have been prosecuted because he would have been on tape assaulting this woman. They would not have let him go. This is the reason why women and men act like this towards women. The violence with the men is so underreported and not cared about. Y'all don't see none of these women on YouTube. None of them calling this bullshit out. They will all scream to the high heavens about this stuff with Diddy. They will scream to the high heavens about all the other men who do wrong and commit all these heinous acts of assault against women. They will not call out these women, bro. They won't call this shit down the line. And then they have a nerve to come online and constantly talk shit about dudes when they don't even have enough moral integrity themselves to keep that shit 100 when it's right in front of your face.
Welcome, my friends. My name is Antoine Phoenix, and this is my RP experience. Peace and love to all my brothers and sisters out there. Thank you for hitting the like button, subscribing, sharing, and turning on all notifications so you know when I have a whole new video up. That guy that was talking in the intro is Ticket TV. I'm going to leave a link so you can see his full video because he went in on Sha'Carri Richardson. I believe I pronounced her name right, but the track star, athlete, And that debacle with her shoving her boyfriend at the airport terminal. Now, I do have to admit, I've seen worse. I've seen women cold cock dudes, and they just absorb it. I've been on the receiving end of stuff. And to be fair, I wasn't injured, but I was definitely embarrassed, and I felt a sense of shame. Now, the one thing I will say about ex of mine that did do this, she never did it publicly, but she would definitely say some of the most evil things in public or for neighbors to hear, loud enough for them to hear. This is why the next woman that I ever get serious with has to have some grasp on her emotions. And yes, I know women, y'all go through things. Sometimes y'all get into a mood, into a tizzy. Y'all might be a little sharp with a tongue, but it should be a limit. When men be saying they want a woman that brings some peace, they be talking about avoiding women that are like this woman here. I'm going to show the video of what she was doing with her boyfriend. Actually, you know what? I'm going to do that right now. And there it goes. All right, she's getting in front of him. I experienced this before. She's blocking him. He's trying to get away. And she's like, now it does seem like she wants something. Oh God, she pushed him into the wall like that. She wants something. So I'm not sure if, well, she said that he had her headphones, but he's pushed him again, pushed him out of the camera. Wow. Okay. Is it over? No, she's still at it, still coming at him. And I know women can have some mouths. When they are aggressive like this, they can have some mouths on them. And you just trying, not to admit she didn't hit him. She just was harassing him, pushing him. And like I said, I've seen worse than this right here. But still, this is embarrassing if you are the dude. Whether your woman is putting hands on you or screaming at you. And as you see, no one interjected in that. People just walked by and minded their business. Probably A, because it's two black people, and two, especially because I notice whenever women are harassing or trying to hit a man, nobody jumps in that. Okay? I guess they're like, well, he should be able to get away from her. And sometimes that's not so easy to do. Now, the thing is, though, I do think anytime a woman's hitting you, and I think O'Shea Duke Jackson has said this on one of his videos, or somebody said it on one of their videos talking about this. If she's disrespecting you in public, verbally and physically, either way, disrespect you in public, she has to be cheating on you in some way, shape, or form. Whether it's physically, whether it's micro cheating, she's talking to somebody else, she's talking bad about you to some other dude, people. I would tell a man to get out of that situation. But being that I was in that particular thing, it didn't start off like that. And because the only thing that was really hurt was my pride, I guess you get caught into that loop of you remember how they treated you back then or in certain high points of your relationship. And you are always trying to get that version of them back. And of course, it could have been some things that you did that might have made them sour. Because I will say a lot of times when someone starts yelling at somebody or either they go nuclear on someone, that person did something to excite them. However, did what they do deserve that level of excitement, in so many words? And with that first video that she was saying that he's a liar, at first I was, because usually when women get like that, it usually has something to do with another woman. But I do think once it gets past that, it could be with you disagreeing with them, with you talking back to them when you are having an argument and you say something they really don't like, they take it to level 1000 on you. You know what? This is not going to be a long video. Everybody keep your hands to yourself. I understand men are bigger, stronger, can do more damage to a woman, but that doesn't give a woman the right, when she gets frustrated or mad at the guy, to totally put hands on him or even try to say something to him that maybe you wouldn't even say to your worst enemy. Now, she acknowledged after all this backlash that she was wrong. Let's see what she has to say.
Y'all, it's Sha'Carri, and more than anything, definitely a lot of self-reflection, a lot of understanding of not only putting myself in a compromised situation, but somebody that I have a deep care and appreciation for as well, is something that holding myself accountable. I see myself, I'm taking this time to not only see myself, but get myself a certain level of help that overall is going to reflect who I truly am in my heart, in my spirit, and not allowing this moment, but accepting this moment to be more. And so my only thing is I want to be more, not even just for myself, for my family, for my fans, and overly appreciate y'all supporting me and showing up and even holding me accountable to being my best self. So more than anything, I refuse to my family, for my fans, and overly appreciate y'all supporting me and showing up and even holding me accountable to being my best self. So more than anything, I refuse to run away. But not refuse to run, but I refuse to run away, but face everything that comes to me head on, because everything on the other side is greater, but you got to go through in order to get there. So I'm Sha'Carri, y'all. I appreciate y'all, and one love, much love.
Well, I do have to give it to her. She took accountability for her actions, even if she was maybe pressed to do it because of Nike or whoever endorses her, probably say like, hey, this has turned into a wild storm media. You're going to have to apologize or say something, or we may have to withdraw our support of you. Now, bear in mind, if a man did this, it would not matter if he did a apology or not. He would have lost endorsements. Things would have went down the drain. I do have to admit, a lot of times, similar like with the Jonathan Majors thing, you knew that woman was toxic at the gate, and you are in the position to make a lot of money. You should have left that heifer alone. And this is why I will never say that white women are so much better, because while she, at least as a black woman, she at least admitted that she was wrong, even if it was just to placate or she was somewhat forced to do that. Amber Heard, even after what she said on video recording, still would not admit that she was wrong. I know women like this, even if their hand is in the cookie jar, they will say that, no, my hand's not in the cookie jar, and if my hand's in the cookie jar, it's because you didn't give me a cookie. It'll be something like that. Look, men and women, keep your hands to yourself. I do think if you're with a toxic man or woman, depending on the gender, or even if it's the same gender, and they are abusing you, both physically and mentally, you need to leave that situation. But I understand it's easier said than done because I was in that situation and I didn't leave. Now, of course, though, I wasn't have my bones broken, and I've seen situations that was worse. But when I think of some of the things that she said and did, I was like, damn, that was bad. That was bad. I would never get myself in a situation like that again. Damn. Okay? And I should have been walked away. So when people say, well, just leave, sometimes that stuff is so hard to leave. And again, I believe is the fact that you saw a good side of them, you saw goodness in them, and you was like, you trying to get them back to there. And then maybe you did do something to get them mad, but you did not deserve that type of treatment that they gave you. I mean, a lot of times I think people just should leave each other alone when the relationship starts going like that and try to nip it in the bud, even though a lot of times people don't show you their true selves, but you will see glitches, whether they snap on you, because I can think back with things that I let go. It was little glitches there. I just didn't expect it to get to the point that it was getting real physical on her side and verbal on both of our sides. I don't want to be in that particular thing. We can have disagreements, but it should not get nasty, and we should not be saying things that you was like, yo, if somebody say that to me, I may not never talk to them again after they say that particular thing. So, but I will say one thing before I leave. Women need to hold other women accountable. Because this is the one thing. Women will be rallying, trying to cancel a dude like P. Diddy, which I agree. I'm all for that one. But then when one of your own, when one of your women, your sheroes, take and do something, it's crickets. I hear nothing. None of y'all be really saying, okay, there will be some that will say something, but it won't be at the same fever pitch as when there's a dude. And until women fix that type of thing, I can kind of see why sometimes men just be like, it is what it is. Give me a like and subscribe, and I'm going to put another clip with Ticket TV getting in her ass. I'm not really going to come at her super hard with this particular thing because she did apologize, and that wasn't as bad. I'm not saying it wasn't bad, but that wasn't as bad as some of the stuff that I've seen. But I'm going to let him take it away after the credits.
She tell the cops, I ain't dealing with this nigga no more. He out of here. I'm finished with him. I just need to get my stuff and I'm gone. But she told the cops, when she said, oh, really? She thought, this ignorant woman thought that this man was the one that reported her to the cops. She thought she was so stupid to not know that there are millions of cameras in the airport. That man don't need to tell nobody. TSA got you on videotape. But this loudmouth liar had enough disrespect and disregard for just being real that she would dare try to ruin this man and throw this man under the bus and get this man locked up. She told the cops, she's thinking that this nigga told the cops that she assaulted him. He didn't say anything to the cops. The cops is trying to tell her ignorant ass, and smash the like button as y'all come on in and share this video. The cops is trying to tell her ignorant ass that no, ma'am, TSA reported you. We got you on videotape assaulting this man. She should have been arrested and kept and held just for lying to the cops. They got you on videotape. If this was a man would have been locked up and he would have been prosecuted because he would have been on tape assaulting this woman. They would not have let him go. This is the reason why women and men act like this towards women. The violence with the men is so underreported and not cared about. Y'all don't see none of these women on YouTube. None of them calling this bullshit out. They will all scream to the high heavens about this stuff with Diddy. They will scream to the high heavens about all the other men who do wrong and commit all of these heinous acts of assault against women. They will not call out these women, bro. They won't call this shit down the line. And then they have a nerve to come online and constantly talk shit about dudes when they don't even have enough moral integrity themselves to keep that shit 100 when it's right in front of your face. This woman is an absolute demon, bro. She told the cops when she thought that it was this dude who snitched on her, she told the cops that he assaulted her, and I can provide you proof that he assaulted me. The cops is trying to tell this ignorant woman, ma'am, he's not.
I was wrong.